Welcome in, my dear ones. Psychic Mia here from Spiritual Society. I'm so happy to have your presence here today. Your next serious relationship. Who is this going to be with? When is this going to happen? Do they have the potential to be a soulmate for you? So, our mission here is to help guide you to unblock your energy through spiritual practices like tarot readings so that you can live your most aligned life. Now, I want you to start getting yourself very clear. Clear out anything from the day. Let your shoulders relax. Let yourself get grounded. You're here now. Release. Release. You're going to start feeling drawn to one of these 4 cards. Let your intuition guide you. Card 1, 2, 3, or 4. Take a breath. Choose a card right now. Welcome in, my card 1. Land and arrive. Psychic Mia here. Be here with me now. Release anything you don't need. And if you love content like this and readings like these, go ahead and subscribe now if you haven't already, because with each subscription, we take that to do more readings just like these. Clear away anything you don't need. And let's go ahead and get our reading in today. So we are looking at who your next relationship is going to be with. Who is it going to be with? When is it going to be? Any details that we need to know. Is this person going to be a soulmate? Let's take a look. So we're going to start with a few cards. Yes. Let's start there. We're going to start with 3 cards in our anchor card. So let's start with our 3 cards. Oh, hello. We have the 10 of Cups. Yes, we have the 7 of Wands. And we have the World, all upright cards. And in our center as our anchor card, we have the Queen of Pentacles. And I'm pulling from 2 separate decks here, so there's a possibility of pulling duplicates. So first of all, I'm seeing that, yes, you are going to have a relationship that is coming in. It's going to be very strong, and it feels like it's going to be very soon. This was really in the energy. This is really just like pushing forward for you. Not only is this going to be really strong, but this has definitely the potential to be soulmate territory. This person has a vision just like yours. This can be happy ever after, whatever that looks like for you. Family, home, open arms to the future, that under the rainbow kind of feeling, or cups getting into feelings and emotions. This is a very happy card, and this is good things coming in. So right away, I'm feeling great about what's coming in for you. Now we have the 7 of Wands, and the Wands gets into that fire energy, this passion, this purpose, this drive. Your person right now is in a struggle, sort of fight for staying where they are. The Wands often have to do with career and passion. So I feel like they're really in a space right now where they've been holding their own in their career. And this might be a person you know, this might be a person you're in a relationship with, this might be somebody you've never met before. But at the moment, they have a lot of energy taken up by maintaining the status quo where they are and trying to get better and improve, trying to compete, trying to be in their career, trying to get the growth that they need, trying to really have that sort of dominant footing where they are so that they can really grow in their career and their passion, so they can have the life that they desire and create the future they want to create. So they're definitely in a space right now that's, you know, there's a lot of sweat going on. There's a lot of work that's being done. Now, the World is popping up, and I'm seeing that what you two will bring together is something that will deliver on your hopes and your dreams. What you've really wanted for yourself and what you've really wanted for your life, that is being delivered now. The World awaits you. This is really everything that you've been holding and embracing in your mind, in your subconscious, in your dream world, in your gut, in your heart. That is all like an egg. It is getting ready to hatch. It is this space that is burgeoning. Keep holding on to that energy. Keep feeling those emotions and those feelings of being in it, that manifestation energy, because it's on its way to you. It's getting ready to hatch. This is good. The delivery is in process. It's like you got an email that just said your delivery is on the way. It's headed towards you. You just gotta, you know, hang on and let's track this. All right, so let's go ahead and see what else we have. All right, let's find out more about this person. So, okay, so this person has a great sense of humor, and they have a lot of feeling behind their sense of humor. They talk with their humor a lot, and that's their way of expressing their feelings and emotions. They'll make light of things, and they'll be playful with things, and they have a very youthful sense about them and a very youthful sort of young way of bantering and making things into a joke or feeling like it's, you know, that it's playful. They have a very playful spirit about them. And that, I think, will be one of the things that really connects the two of you. Now, we're also getting the Knight of Cups, and the Cups, again, getting to that feelings and emotions. This promises to be, we're also, you know, Page of Cups, feelings and emotions, 10 of Cups, feelings and emotions. This really is coming in with a lot of heart space. This is going to be a very strong love relationship, a very strong love space. And it doesn't feel like there's going to be that space of like really having to fight for it, where you don't have to pull anything out of them. They're offering up their heart. They're offering up their feelings. They're offering up their emotions without a whole lot of struggle, without a whole lot of hemming and hawing and not being sure. This is just sort of, you know, coming forward with it, sort of wearing their heart on their sleeve, being very open and vulnerable to it, but also holding this very masculine presence. They're a very masculine presence. They have a very masculine sense about them. But there's a little inner soft core to them that's very soft and juicy and ripe and ready to, you know, if we're getting into fruit, you know, sort of ready to bite into. I want to find out more. So I would like to pull one more card without asking a very specific question yet. So I'm already feeling like, okay, here we go. Oh my goodness, and we have the King of Cups. Well, this is just delivering so much for us. Oh my goodness, thank you. The King of Cups is one of my absolute favorite cards to draw in a soulmate or love reading, because the King of Cups really has it all. This is, you know, a masculine presence that has the ability to share their heart, to be intuitive, to understand what you're saying. You know, the kind of man who understands that, you know, there are words behind your words, and they can and will and want to read the words that are behind your words. They want to be empathetic. They are empathetic. They want to understand what's going on. They want to know your heart. They want to give their heart. They want to talk emotionally. They have an emotional vocabulary. And this gets into very deep love that is felt on a very deep level. And I'm feeling that this person and this evolution of your love can start in this one place and can evolve into something that is extremely solid and extremely forever, extremely known and extremely steady and extremely right there where you are. Now, I haven't even touched on our Queen of Pentacles. I got so wrapped up in our other cards. Now, our Queen of Pentacles is really coming in. Your presence, your ability to be growth-minded, to be nurturing, this is a fairly motherly energy. You have this growth about you. You have this nurturing, caring, kind. You take care of everyone in your world. You take care of yourself too. You're business savvy. You're smart. You're autonomous. You can take care of yourself. You can take care of others. You really hold this incredible feminine presence. And this, all of the best parts of this card and these qualities are really going to rise to the top when you meet this person. And if you know this person now, all of these characteristics are already starting to really amplify and come to the top. Now, if you do know this person now, if this is somebody that has been in your world or that you have been a little bit stuck with or anything like that, there is room here as well. You know, we know that they're in this sort of holding pattern where they're sort of fighting and struggling. There's a lot of energy being put into their career and their passion and their focus. And this can evolve from there as well. But you should feel those feelings and you sort of percolating and growing and getting more and more ripe and juicy as you are evolving and growing and getting more and more ripe and juicy. Okay, so I want to pull some more cards. So I would like to ask when. Now, I do feel like this energy is very present. You know, we pulled the 10 of Cups as our first card. That was right away. It feels like it is very available. So it feels like it's really on the cusp. It's ready to hatch. The delivery's been placed. But let's see if there's anything the cards want to tell us about when. So I'm going to pull 2 cards here for that. See if we can get some more specifics. Oh, my dear cards. I'm bending their little ears. Okay. So we have the Death card and we have the Moon card. Ooh, wow. All right. So there is something that has to go. There's something that has to go. Do you know what that is? Do you have an instinct of what that is when I say that there's something that has to go? There's something that has to change. And I feel like it's a change on your end. I'm not feeling like this is a change in their energy per se. I know that they've got something they're sort of handling and taking care of, but I'm feeling like there's something you need to exorcise, to release, to take out of your energy field in order for this to have the flowing kind of energy that you need to manifest this, to move this forward, to hatch this egg, to have delivery confirmed. So what is that thing and how can you release it? How can you let go? Now we also have the Moon here. So I feel like you are keeping some secrets. There are some hidden truths. There is something in the shadows and in the darkness. This is so funny because, you know, I've really been focusing my energy on this other person and the way you're going to feel with this other person, all of those, not just the way you feel, but all of your attributes that really sort of surface here for this person and the way you relate with them. But I haven't touched into your energy really. And I want to touch into your energy because there's something going on here. And I'd like to know more about that. I'd like to know more about the secrets and the hidden truth and what it is that needs to come out in order for this to move forward. So we can make this timing, the timing that really is something that you want, which is, you know, when it comes in and if it's coming in fast, that you're, you know, arms open, hands open to it, that you're home for this delivery. I can't let go of it now. Now that I've started it, I can't let go of the delivery. Oh boy. Yeah. Wow. We're getting some very clear messages here. So there's something that you think about often in the evening and at night, which makes sense with our moon too. And this really gets into those anxieties, those worries, those thoughts. The swords get into a lot of headspace, a lot of thought space. This is very anxious. This is very sad. This is a very, you know, agitated card. That kind of, I can't sleep because this is going through my brain and I can't let this go. What is that? Is that a person? I'm not getting a feel on whether that's a person or if that's a situation. If there's something that feels impenetrable and impossible as a situation that you're going through right now, but there is something that you need to handle and you need to remove. And that is so easy to say. That is so hard to do. I want to know more. How do we help you move forward? How do we help you move? How do we help you move? And I'm closing my eyes. I want to just be guided here by the energy. I'm feeling a little sparkler right here. How do we help you move? Oh my gosh, I'm getting chills. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. Like I said, we could pull duplicate cards. I'm feeling really emotional. I don't know if you're feeling emotional, but the Queen of Pentacles is all of that energy, that amplified energy that's going to come to the top, the cream that rises when you meet this person. And all of those same attributes, they need to come out now. That woman needs to show up for herself right now. And this is a woman, like I said, who can take care of herself, autonomous, great with business decisions, great with money, great with managing things, managing, you know, finances and figuring out resources and worldly goods and her health and her body, because that's part of this worldly earth presence that we have. And very growth oriented, nurtures and takes care of those around her as well, and really grows things, just really has the patience, the stick-to-itiveness, the presence to grow what she needs to grow and to be consistent in a really beautiful and consistent way, which I really love about the Pentacles. I really love that about our Queen and King of Pentacles when we get into that consistency, that routine, that daily, you know, taking care of, that there's something so steadfast and beautiful about that. And there's something that you need to lean into here about that, cultivate here, that you need to step into and step up to and sit down into the power that you already own. This is not something that only comes out with this person. This is something that you start and you let come out now, because this woman, this person can handle what this is. The secrets, the things that are hidden away, that keep you awake, that agitate you, that make you feel like there's something impossible you can't handle, that need to be put to death, that need to be completely released, that need to be buried. And when I say buried, I mean returned to earth, not just stuffed down into your body or stuffed into your soul, but where it can decompose and become one with the earth again. It's no longer yours. It no longer exists to you. It no longer belongs to you. Whatever that thing is, let's take a moment for that, please. Take a breath into that. Oh my goodness. If you're feeling what I'm feeling now, I highly encourage you, let's go ahead. I want to drop a rose or a flower or some type of blooming plant below as an emoji to claim this, to step into this, to confirm this, to honor this, because of this growth energy that is here in our Queen of Pentacles, the growing that happens all around her, and the growing and the blossoming that happens from what has decomposed, what has returned to the earth already, and is ready to come back as something new, something fresh. Smell that freshness now. Smell the freshness of that rose now, of those flowers now. And as homework this week, I would love for you to go out and buy yourself some fresh flowers. And if this is a financial struggle, then you know, maybe find a blooming plant somewhere and just cut off a few tendrils. Do what you need to do. I want you to honor the message that's coming through here. So if part of that is like taking care of your financial situation and saving money or something, then do that. But I want you to do something where you have, you know, and that could be a bundle of flowers as your screensaver on your phone too, to remind yourself that this is what you are accepting and stepping into now. Whew. Yes. Okay. I want to pull another card for this woman, for you, for what is going on for you right now. And there's justice. Justice is coming forward. You know, it's funny. Often when I pull justice, I feel like you know what this is for. You know what this is about. You understand why this is being pulled. I'm not getting a full feeling for this card or what this means to you, but I think that you know. I feel like this is a message directly from the universe to you. Whatever it is that you might feel you need justice for, that you feel like wasn't fair, wasn't dealt right to you, feels like you have to maybe give vengeance or revenge or anything like that. There's something in there for you. There's a special message in there for you. And if you feel vulnerable enough to share, pop that below. Let me know what that is if you feel comfortable sharing. You know, we're all here together. This is a supportive place. Okay. Now, I'd like to pull another card for the two of you together. 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 The Hierophant. Well, this is such an interesting card to pull here for the two of you together. The Hierophant is like a very wise, you know, this can get into education, spirituality, religion. This gets into a place of looking up, looking for more answers, finding, receiving, being curious, wanting to know, being thirsty, being hungry. And there is a hunger to you both. There is something where you are both searching and you both are looking and you are both seeking and finding and enlightening yourselves. And that can really get into all of those different categories. So from, you know, from traditions as well, this can also get into social traditions. And that could just, you know, mean that you take on very, you know, socially masculine, feminine roles. That can mean that you take on, you have certain social things you both really want to live up to and expectations you both really want to live up to or you want to live your lives by. It can be traditions, it can be religion, it can be education, wanting to know more, just wanting to understand more, really seeking, having a seeking mind. There's something really beautiful about that. So much heart space, so much going on here. I'm going to end us here. And I know there's so much more that we could pull. And if you would like to do a deeper dive and a bigger read on this, take a look below. There's a link for you to do that. And remember, we're dropping that rose or some kind of blooming plant, blooming flower or something below to honor this and to engage in this. You have a lot of homework already. You have a lot on your plate. You have a lot to do, and you have a lot to think about. You know where this person is right now, what they're doing. You know that this is ready to hatch. This is really coming in for you. The energy of this person and this relationship is coming fast. So as fast as you can do this work on yourself of releasing, letting go, honoring the secrets, honoring the truth, putting that to rest, what you need to put into rest, and sitting into this woman that you already are. This is not putting on a fake cape or a costume. This is stepping into who you already are. You are already extraordinarily capable. You have every ability and all the resourcefulness at your fingertips. This is already your wheelhouse, but you have to own that and sit into that. And when you do, knock, 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 delivery. Knock, 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 here it is. You have a package that needs a signature. Oh, my dear one, this is a good person, full of heart, full of emotion, full of groundedness. This is a deep relationship with converging ideas of what you want for your life and what happy ever after looks like for you. I'm excited for you. I would love to hear, you know I read all the comments. I would love some comments. I am sending you so much love. I'm sending you so much light. I'm sending you so much strength. And really, I'm just sending you the support to take the first step because you have this. This is not something you have to grab from outside yourself. You already own it. Sit into it. If you so choose. I love you. Until I see your precious self again. Mwah. Mia. Welcome in, my card 2. Land and arrive. Psychic Mia here. So happy to have your presence with me. So if you like readings like these, subscribe if you haven't already, because with each subscription, we take that to do more content like this. So let's go ahead and begin. So we're taking a look at your next relationship. We're taking a look at who it's going to be with, when it's going to happen. Is this person a potential soulmate for you? What is going on in your energy field? What is coming towards you? My cards are being stubborn. They don't want to move. And that's okay. We're going to listen to our cards. So let's go ahead and get you started. We're going to start with 3 cards. So we're starting with the 8 of Pentacles, High Queen of Cups, and the 3 of Cups reversed. So let's get started here and let's take a look at our anchor card as well. So our anchor card is also the Queen of Cups. We're pulling two separate decks, so it's always the possibility for duplicates, and we got a duplicate. That means it's a very important message that's coming in. So right away, I'm seeing that this person is dedicated. They're dedicated, consistent. They have got strong routines. They have a great, strong work ethic. They are in their life happily accruing, building up their skills, building up what they need to build up in order to have the life they desire, building up their wealth, their monetary goods, getting their finances in order, getting their life together. They're really in a place of like, they've got good routines, they're doing their thing, it feels good, and they're pretty peaceful and happy about it. So this is not someone who's you know, running around, and this is a good, consistent, strong person, which I love. And what I'm really feeling here about our Queen of Cups is a lot. The Queen of Cups is one of my favorite cards, and you are a highly intuitive human already. This is just saying, hey, by the way, you are deeply intuitive. You need to follow that intuition. There is some part of you right now that is perhaps not following your deep intuitive knowing. That deep intuitive knowing, getting deep under the water, the currents of maybe not being able to put words to things, maybe not understanding why you have impulses to do certain things, certain subconscious messages coming up, not listening to the messages that are coming in. There is something there that you need to follow. And that's going to be extremely important for when and how this can come together. And that you need to be following your intuition on that. Have you been putting up blocks and resistance to following your intuition? And has that been the reason that you have not, that this is not fully blossomed yet? This could be somebody that you know. This could be somebody that you're dating. This could be somebody that you've never met before. But there is a deep intuitive sense in you. And that means if you are dating someone and you're not getting those intuitive feelings, you're not listening to the intuitive feelings that say, no, this isn't it, you know, that would be a block from you moving forward towards the person that is coming in for you. Let's find out more. I want to find out more as well. And we'll come back to our Queen of Cups too, because I feel like you have to be in your most powerful place, and your most powerful place is in a deeply intuitive space. You're feeling your emotions, you're feeling your feelings, you're letting yourself follow those impulses. Now, we have the Three of Cups reversed, and this feels like there might be a part of play that might be going too far. And I feel like that could be going too far with you. That could be going too far with them. It feels like a very feminine energy. So it does feel like this is something in your world right now. And, you know, sort of, I feel like this is a little block that's just popping up right away. That's saying like, hey, the play atmosphere, which is good. It's important to commune with people. It's important to play and have fun and have girlfriends and you know, but there is some part of that is too much, maybe too important. Or maybe you're not listening to yourself and saying like, I need my own space. I need some time to be more consistent and reliable and working towards my own goals and accruing and doing all that. Intuitively, I want to leave a lot of space here for your intuition, because you are a deeply intuitive human. So you should be getting a lot of feelings coming up when I'm saying certain things, and I want you to follow that. If you have a notebook to take notes, I would take notes about what comes up for you when I say certain things. And notice those hits that come in, because that knowledge is the strongest knowledge, and it is much deeper, and it penetrates much further than you even give it credit for. But there is something here about that playful spirit, about that, maybe I want to say partying kind of thing, but it could also just be like not being able to say no, like not being able to set boundaries around having your own space or having your own routine, or the disciplines that you want to be participating in or that you want to have, the kind of person that you want to be that leads you to this person. Let's find out more. Okay, so I'm gonna pull some more cards here for you guys. Let's see what else we have. So let's keep pulling for this person. And if messages come up about you, then we will, hi, Ten of Cups. We pulled the Ten of Cups in our last reading too. This is a very good sign. Right away, this tells me, yes, this person can be soulmate territory. This person, the Ten of Cups is such a beautiful card. I mean, this is just, this person can be a person where you have a shared desire for what your future will look like and be like, this feeling of family having, whatever that family looks like, from a dog to children to just the two of you. It's shared, it's compatible, it's a shared vision of your future with open arms, embracing the adventure and the unknown and the warmth and the feeling of home. And, you know, everything that's under the rainbow and all these feelings and all these emotions. So yes, this person is absolutely in soulmate territory. So this is a good person that is coming in. And then we also have the Sun. I love that we pulled this card. So the Sun coming in right after we pulled the Ten of Cups. The Sun is warm. The Sun is just so lovely, optimistic, beautiful, joyful, sunflowers, shininess. It's powerful. And it's that the powerful thing we need to grow, to blossom, to be our best selves. This is going to grow into something real. This is going to just be so powerful, so vibrant. This person and this relationship is going to feel like sunshine. Follow the sun. Follow what feels like sunshine. It should feel good. This will feel good. This is not going to feel like you have to change yourself and you have to be in an uncomfortable position and be in weird, cold climates in order to get to this space. This is going to feel good. I want to pull one more card for this person before we ask some more specific questions. But I just want to know a little bit more about them, about who they are. Who is this person? Who is this person? Let's see. We're getting the Queen of Wands. It was very interesting to pull when asking this question. And I feel like we kind of got, we got like a slidden answer there of like, hey, okay, so let me tell you a little bit of something about this person. This person is, so this person is someone that I'm feeling this, a lot is reflected around you in this reading. A lot is coming up about you here and you here. And I'm feeling this is your divine feminine essence, that this is, we have the sunflower again, right in the sun. We've got this powerful growth aspect, this purpose, this drive, this passion, this thing that this person, you, is lit up. And this is a vision of you that this person is holding. This is a vision of what they've desired and looked after. Now, you also have this deeply intuitive side that melts with this. But this is how they see you. And they see you as this very purposeful, driven, moving forward, no obstacles in your way, but super optimistic and growth-oriented and also intuitive. Getting into this space where they see you in this, you know, lighting everything up way. So, so that didn't really answer our question. I want to know a little bit more about their personality, not just about how they see you, but that's a really big, important part of them, that you really become the focus. You really shine and you really take center stage here. So in all of this, you really are taking center stage here. And I'd love to know your intuitive hits, because that's really important. That was told to us right away, that that's important. What you feel intuitively, that you need to be guided in that. The Lovers. So again, it's so funny. The cards are like, no, we're not gonna answer those specific questions. And maybe they will as we go along, but there's a lot of important information coming in here about you and the two of you, and about where you're going and how it's gonna feel and what you're gonna feel like. So a lot of this really circles back to you. You get to know so far that this person's a really diligent hard worker, that they are, you know, accruing and building and pulling things together. But this relationship, again, this is another confirmation of that soulmateship feeling, that this is real. This is for real. And this is something that has the potential to be something you feel in your bones lifelong. This is, you know, the two of you standing naked, and, you know, I censor it for YouTube and put little, you know, things over it, but it's vulnerable, it's truthful, it's honest, it's real, it is balanced. It is the two of you in your masculine divine and feminine divine energy, standing face to face, fated, overseen by the universe and by higher powers. There's something absolutely extraordinary here. This is beautiful. All right, so let's just let the universe take us where we will, and your higher powers, and let's just be guided. So let's find out what we need to know. And I'm closing my eyes just in case I do anything strange with my hands. And we have strength. And we have strength. And I am feeling like this person is going to have, I am feeling like this person might have a slightly, I want to say, I might be feeling some curly hair. I might be feeling some like unkemptness, just like they're really diligent, they're really hardworking, they're really pulling all their stuff together, but there's something about them that's not too coiffed, not too packaged, that they have this great masculine energy that's kind of just, the world accepts it and loves it, and it's sort of just out there, and that's part of what I'm seeing come in right now. Now, I'm also seeing that there is a part of you that is so capable in this relationship that it's something like you've never known before. That the two of you together, the pairing of the two of you, it is so uniquely balanced in a way that it would be very difficult to find another pairing like this. And you both value that and are grateful for that, I think. That there is something that is so, you both sort of, you know, you may tip the balance in like certain different ways. Like I am feeling like you might have a very feminine energy and they might have a very masculine energy. And that you balance each other out in a couple, and you're so much more powerful together in a way that it would be very hard to find another partner on both sides for both of you to match that. That it's so unique and so well matched that it's this really interesting balance. Okay, let's see what else we've got. We are gonna let the cards sweep us away. Okay. My dear cards, you sweep us away. Tell us what we need to know. Again, I'm closing my eyes just in case. Feeling those little pops. Here we are. Interesting, and we have the Magician reversed. This is very interesting. So I do feel like you are deeply intuitive. You are sitting at the river of this and the ocean of this intuition, and I do feel like there might be some block here, that maybe you're not following that intuition, and there might be a part of you that feels like okay, yes, here I'm hearing all of this, I'm seeing all this, but I am not able to manifest this. The Magician is a master manifester, and this feeling of being blocked, this feeling of like, yes, but I don't, and I can't, Well, this is here to tell you that there are tools that you are not using. You have them. They are not something you need to go seeking. They are not something that you need to accrue. They're not something you need to learn. They're at your disposal right now. They are right in front of you, but for some reason you have chosen not to use them. Every tool is at your fingertips. You have the ability to master manifest, but you have been choosing not to, and not to use those tools, and to not dive into that deep intuition that you have. Whatever you need to be acting on, and this is an action card too. This is a card that says take action. And whatever you need to be taking action on, you need to be taking action on. If there are things you need to move out of the way, if there are things you need to let go of, if there are deep insights that you need to follow, now is the moment to do it. This is your sign. This is the universe saying, hey, I'm showing you. This is good. This is excellent. This is wonderful. You want this? You can come and have this. Take those steps, do those things. You know what to do. You know what your intuition is telling you. Why aren't you doing it? It's right here for you. And that can feel, I know that my words might feel, that might feel like, oh, easy to say, hard to do. And my guess is that it is hard to do. Whatever that deep intuition is telling you, if there is something that you're not following on, there's a reason you're not following on it. It might feel inconvenient, it might feel uncomfortable, it might feel like you're gonna hurt someone, it might feel like you might never come out of those waters again. It might feel like it's impossible. It might feel like, just terrifying. There might be something very real there. But now's the time to explore that. And now is the time to look at that truthfully and honestly with your deep intuitive gaze, with your inner knowing. And you have so much power. You have so much ability to move forward. You really have a really deep seat of power. And you can be utilizing that and pushing yourself forward into this gorgeous space. But you have to own that and claim that. Ooh, my, oh my, oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Okay, now I would like to hear a little bit more. I guess I would like to know a little, since we're gonna follow these breadcrumbs, we're gonna follow this path because this is what's coming up. So let's follow it. What do you need to look at? What do you need to look at? And you know what? Honestly, I'm going to pause. I'm going to pop this deck down. I'm going to grab a separate deck. I want all the cards at our disposal, and I feel like this is really important. There's something really big here. So I would like every single card in the deck at our disposal. And so I'm going to do a fresh deck for this question. And we're just going to, and we're just going to ask that question. What is it that you need to look at? What are we looking for? Hi, Knight of Wands. There's something in there. This might be a person that you've been connected to. This might be a person that you're with. This might be a person you've been pining after. This might be, but this energy, and let me give you some of this energy so you know what it is, and maybe you already know. It is fiery. It is fast. You have this Queen of Wands energy, and it makes sense for you to be attracted to a Knight of Wands energy. And this could feel impulsive. This could feel too explosive, too fiery. This could be someone who's so on their path that they don't actually have time for you. They're like just trotting forward, with no obstacles in the way, but that might be leaving you behind. And there's something that's very attractive about this energy, very fierce, very potent, very fiery, very powerfully moving forward. And it makes sense to be drawn to that. But also, this is popping up as something that you need to turn around and look at. So whether this is a person from the past, it feels like a person energy to me. This could be an event. I mean, this could be a career thing. This could be a work thing. This could be an actual purpose thing for you. You know what that is, though. You know. So I don't have to explain anymore, but you know what that is. And I would love to hear if you feel vulnerable enough to share what that is. And if you feel like you have the courage to move forward on that, to plumb those depths, to follow your intuition. I would like to pull one more card for you for this, about you being open and available to this, to move forward, to actually use the tools you have to manifest. Okay, so I'm closing my eyes again, and I am feeling for some energy here. And we have Justice. I pulled the Justice card in our last reading, and I do say I often don't feel like I need to explain anything with this. I feel, when I'm pulling this, I often feel like you know. What is it? What is the thing that you feel like you must get vindicated for, get justice for, that wasn't fair, that felt so unfair? And this would be a wonderful moment to pause and just jot some stuff down, or right after this is over, just writing down what it is that, what did you feel? What did that feel like? And why is that impossible to let go of? And excuse me for using the word impossible. Let's energetically clear that away. It is not impossible. And I want to clarify that very securely, that it is not impossible. It feels impossible, but that does not mean it is, because it is not. You have optimism, you have joy, you have power, you have a seat of knowing, and you have a deep sense of intuitive knowing and a deep sense of intuition and feelings and emotions that are able to handle this. You are completely capable. There is nothing impossible to you. There is nothing impossible that will ever block you in a way that will keep you from having your greatest desires. That's not the way the universe works. So take a breath into that and into that power. Okay, so you have some work to do, and that's really where this timing comes in. So it's very hard to give you some exact timing, because it's really about when you're willing to take that look and to follow that intuition, do what you need to do. And that is really a decision that you get to make. And isn't that beautiful that we get to make our own decisions? And if you are very afraid of that, and I know that feeling, we're human beings, I lift you up, I send you support, I send you love. You are capable. You are so capable. And you can have a good cry about it. You can journal about it, write about it. You can have a rant about it. You can just sit into a bath about it. I highly recommend getting into water, drinking a lot of water, doing some, beautiful water activities to get in touch with that water side of you and those emotions and the feelings, and let them come. Let them come so you can handle them. And you can look at the tools that have been there the whole time. They're not magically appearing, but it's time to really actually start to utilize them and take action moving forward. And I want to pull one more card here. And I don't really want to put anything on this. I want the universe to go ahead, higher powers, angels, guides, to just move us to what we need to hear. What do we need to hear? And we have the 10 of Wands reversed. Tens are cards of completion. The Wands, fire energy, passion, purpose, all of that yumminess, that unstoppable sort of energy. And this is the feeling that's probably coming up right this second of, I'm never going to get there. I'm never going to land. It's never going to happen. That kind of hopelessness of like, why even bother? There's no way. It's so hard. It's so hard. It's so much sweat. It's so much. But I'm here to tell you, and the cards are here to tell you, it's so much closer than you think. And it's only a feeling. That is only a feeling that it is so difficult that you want to just drop everything. You don't want to try anymore. You don't want to try to get there, even though you have to piece all these things together and you have to walk it, and it's so heavy and it's hard and difficult. It might feel impossible, but it is not. And it might feel like it's too much, but it is not. And it's much closer than you think. Much closer than you think. You can bring this home. You can bring this home. You can do this. My card 2. Drop a sun below. Drop a sun emoji below to claim this, to own this, to be here in this. I would love comments. I read all the comments. I would love to hear what you have to say about this. If you feel vulnerable and open to sharing, I would love to hear what you have to share. I love you. I'm lifting you up. I'm sending you power. I'm sending you a seed of knowing. I'm sending you the strength to really look at your own deep intuition so you can move past this place. There are good things on the other side, and it is not as far as you think. It is so close. You can bring this home. You got this, and it is good. It is so good. Until I see your precious self again. Sending you love. Mia. Welcome in my card 3. Land arrives. Psychic Mia here. And if you like readings like these, subscribe if you haven't already, because with each subscription, we're able to do more content just like this. All right, so let's get going. We're looking at your next relationship. We are looking at who they are, when you're going to meet, when you're going to be able to transition this, and we're going to take a look at if they have the potential to be a soulmate. So we are going to be pulling from a separate deck, so there's always a possibility of pulling a duplicate card here. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay. So I'm going to pull 3 cards to get us started. We have the 2 of Wands. Interesting. We have the 7 of Wands, and we have the Sun. So right away, I'm getting lots of information. First of all, I'm feeling like this person's in a space of not introspection. It's kind of, I guess, like extrospection, if that's a word. But they're really looking at things. They're looking at, they might be traveling. They might be really taking a bird's eye view of everything that is going on in their life, in their world. Just really like taking a step back. They're really like viewing everything, how it's all come together so far. The Wands get into that fire energy, that growth energy, that passion, that purpose, that drive. They're really looking at things and thinking about things. And they're doing it from a slightly removed space. Now, they also have this need to be in this kind of urgency, this like feeling like they've been spinning their wheels a little bit. They've been just trying to stay in the same space, hold their own, to really work on their work, their career. They've been competitive. They've been trying to hold their position. They've been trying to maintain what they've already accrued and where they've gotten themselves to be. But it's been a lot of work, and it's been a very sort of sweaty experience where it's like exhausting just trying to hold this space and to really focus on this. And they've been growing themselves, and this has been taking a very dominant space for them. So they haven't had a lot of time to be available to relationships, to love, to romance. And, you know, this has really been taking up a lot of mental space for them. Now, the Sun is also popping up, and I'm feeling like this person is naturally optimistic. They're naturally warm. They're a giver. They give a lot of growth material. They want to grow people around them. They want to be optimistic for you, for other people in their lives. They want to, you know, be kind, share the warmth. And they feel like a sunshiny day. They feel like the clouds have moved and the sun is just starting to stream down. And you had a chill before and now you don't, and it feels warm and it feels good, and you want to sit there for a second and just enjoy it. You want to enjoy their presence. They're gonna feel good. This is a good person. I like this already. All right, I want to pull some more information about them, whatever we need to know. And we can ask more specifically about timing and the two of you together as we go if we don't get those answers. So let's see what we've got. So we also have the Magician. Love that. We have the Star, and we have the Three of Pentacles. And I'd like to pull up our Anchor card as well. I'd like to see what we have as our Anchor card here. What did we originally pull? Now, this is a separate deck. This is possible for this to come. This is a duplicate, as I said before. This is the King of Wands reversed. Very interesting. The Wands energy pops up for us right away. So we're really feeling that as this is a person who's very driven, who is like really moving forward in their career. That's been a huge part of their life and a huge part of their identity, that they feel it's really important for them to be successful, to have a passion, to have a purpose, to make a difference in the world, to be moving forward, to have that momentum and that drive and that push and that fire, and to feel lit up. And I'm feeling like an important message is coming through, that when you meet them, and you may have met them already, it's very possible that you've met them, or that you're dating them right now and you just haven't aligned to the place that you want to go yet, or that this is somebody you haven't met that's, like still coming in. This person isn't going to feel like the ambitious, goal-oriented, full stops, like just plowing through obstacles person that they are. And that is who they are. They have a deep core of that. And when you meet them, or even if, they're in your life right now, that might either be hidden, or they might be in a phase of their life where they're just kind of in a downward space, where they're not showing all those signs. It doesn't mean that they're gone. They're still there. They're just not apparent. It's not apparent to you that this person is as lit up as they are, that they're as driven as they are, that they're as dominant as they are, that they're really just like landing it and winning all of the things. But they are. This is somebody who is very strong, extremely capable, really beautiful masculine divine energy. Now, the Magician is also popping up, the Star is popping up, and the Three of Pentacles is popping up. So I'm also seeing that this person does have this magic manifester in them. There is something about them where it feels like they can snap their fingers and have whatever they want. That it's very possible this person has lots of eyes on them, that lots of people want to be in their world. They have the potential of, choosing any partner they want, that kind of feeling of like, hey, they're in a good space. They're very successful. They've been really moving things. Even if they're not in the space that they want to be, everyone else sees them as like something to attain to aspire to. And they're trying to figure out how to level up, like they're trying to step back and, they might be traveling, they might be doing whatever they need to do to get that perspective, to get to a new space, because they've been holding this space in that sort of really, sort of difficult way, that it's not the best way that they could be holding that space for them. But they really have things at their fingertips. When they think of an idea, they can bring it to life. When they decide they want to do something, they do it. When they want something in their life, it comes into their life. They have this feeling like, is there anything you can't do? Is there anyone that you can't be? You just have it all. How do you have it all? Is that kind of feeling of just, there it is. It's there for them. Now the Star is popping up. And for me, the Star is telling me that one of the things that they are going to love about you the most, and that is going to be the most intriguing, the most attractive, magnetic qualities that you have, is this vulnerability that you have, this exposed nature that you have, that you just are showing up in the world as you are. And, you know, this card is censored for YouTube, but she's completely naked. It's very vulnerable. It's very exposed. It's very honest. It's very real. She just shines because she is who she is. And she's very emotional. She's giving. She's, you know, pouring out the waters on both of these. And you really shine and you really attract so much more notice. You might be doing more self-reflection and looking inward and not even notice all of the attention that you're gathering from outside of you because you're just showing up as who you are. And if at any time you feel like you need to start putting a mask on that or covering that up, remember that this is one of your superpowers. This is one of the most wonderful, magnetic, attractive qualities about you, is your essence, just who you are. And you really do just shine. There is something so light and wonderful about you. And what a lovely pairing the two of you can make. I mean, what a glorious, the sun and the star, you know, just pulling in this intense amount of capability and power. It's beautiful. And we also have the Three of Pentacles, and this is telling me that also this person might be financially planning. This is sort of like a planning architectural card. The Pentacles often get into finances, they can get into worldly goods, they can get into the physical body, anything of this earth. And I feel like they also might be in a planning stage. And I don't think this means that I feel like that they're already very successful based on what we're seeing here. So I think that this is just a feeling of like leveling things up. And again, they're probably already at a place where people are like, that's where I wish I was. But they want to do more. They want to be better. They want to keep on moving forward. And it's probably very important for this person, you know, to feel like that's important to them. And so that would be important to you too, just to support that drive in them. Not that you have to even worry about that. I'm feeling like your energies are very different, and that's a huge plus of the two of you together, that you balance each other out in this very different way. So you can just go on being you, just be the essence of you. But let's see what else the cards have to say. Let's see what other messages are popping up here. Oh my goodness, that's so weird. I was just feeling like there might be a block in the Eight of Swords. And here it is, just pops up for us. So this is very interesting. There is something that is keeping you from being this full, expansive version of yourself. And it is this feeling of being bound up, of being maybe trapped by your thoughts, by something that happened, being trapped by something, being imprisoned by something, but you're not really. And this card is a call to take responsibility, to take the binds off yourself, to take the blindfold off yourself, that this is loose. You can get out of this at any time. It's a choice now to be here. You don't have to be here anymore. But as long as you're here, look how closed off this is. Look how absolutely the opposite of the star this is. This is a space that's going to be very difficult to penetrate. It's going to be very difficult for you two to come together and to be together and to move forward together and to love together and to have a life together if you're bound up in this space. So take a second. You can physically like move your hands to start removing any binds you feel. This is going to be a bit of a process, I think. I don't think this is going to be an immediate jump, but it's as quick as you want it to be. And as quick as you're willing to make it, the faster you go, probably the more comfortable it will be and the more difficult in the moment. But I want to shed a little energy for you to help get that started, that release. I want you to be able to release yourself from this space. This isn't a place to stay. That's not a place to stay. You don't have to be there anymore. And it's important for you to release yourself from that space if this is going to move into what it can be. And I want it to be what it can be. Now we pulled another 8. We pulled the 8 of Cups. We get good messages, don't we? So here we are, we have the Eight of Swords, and we have that bind and the responsibility taking, and you have to move on. You have to unbind, and you have to walk away. And this is telling me also that there's a lot of feeling, a lot of emotion here. The Cup's harboring a lot of feelings and emotions. It's time to walk away. It's time to let it go and move on. It's time to release. It's time to start fresh. Whatever was holding you here, that's no longer for you. That is no longer holding you captive. If you choose to release it, it's time to walk away. I get a lot of feelings with that. I want to see what the cards have to say next. I am feeling this little guy. Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles. Now that's very interesting. Now the Four of Pentacles, I'm feeling more in their energy field. And we're getting into the Pentacles again, which we'd already been in. They've been in this architectural planning phase of planning out their finances, their next big move. And it does feel like there's something in them that is having a hard time being open. And I'm feeling like, you know, this is kind of that like hoarding card of like holding things too tightly, but there's a part of them that has been so ensconced in their work, in their leveling up, in their moving forward, in their, you know, planning their financial, you know, the empire they want to have. And it's very hard for them to be open. And that means it's very hard for them to be open to love. It is very hard for them to be open to the relationship, to seeing you. And that energy is going to have to be very strong on both your ends. So this work will have to happen because they're in this little funnel. They're in this little tornado of activity of, I'm going to keep running this pathway. I'm going to keep running this pathway. I'm going to keep running this pathway. And if they're closed off and you're closed off, this can't move forward. So that's a double reason to really do this work and to walk away and to move on. Because if you can open up your energy, you can hopefully let that energy inspire them to open too. Or for even you just to be there in that exposed star space of yours where they can see you enough to take a moment and open that up. But they haven't really been open to anyone because they've been in, you know, they've been in this funnel. Okay, let's continue. All right. We're getting some more information. So I'm closing my eyes just in case I do anything strange with my hands. And the Four of Swords is coming up. So this is like a resting card. And I do feel this. I feel like there's like a part of them too that's just exhausted from all that they've been doing, and they're trying to get this new perspective, and they're kind of taking a rest. It's like, you know, maybe they're traveling on sabbatical or traveling on a vacation, but they're really utilizing it too to figure out their next level up. But they're exhausted. They're exhausted from this. This is a lot of effort. It's a lot of strain and a lot of stress and a lot of, you know, really pushing things forward that is exhausting and mentally exhausting. And so they're taking a little bit of a break as well. It's a good time for you to take a little break too. Now we also have the Ace of Swords reversed. And I feel like in this space, there also, the new opportunities for insight and clarity have been sort of coming in, but they haven't really been open to receiving it. So they haven't really been open-handed enough and open enough and not exhausted. You know, they're in this like rest space and figuring out space to embrace the clarity, and that beacon of clarity and truth, and which is really important, really cracks everything open and gets into the heart space. It gets into the romance space. It gets into what's really important. And this feels like this is a journey that they're on right now, that they're in the middle of a journey of figuring out what's really important. And they're still sort of feeling like what's really important is, you know, moving this to a new space, leveling things up. But I feel like on this journey, this is the journey they're on. They're on the journey to you. And I want you to be there when they arrive, because this isn't where they're going to find you. This is where they're going to find you. Here, it's very hard to find you. You're far away, closed off. So getting away from that space and finding you in the journey here, and they're already on that journey. And because they're already on that journey, that means that this energy is close. This is a good, close energy. So I want you to be here, and I want you to start taking these steps now. And it is not too late. That's why we're doing this. This reading would not be happening right now. This would not all be unfolding the way it is. And of course, this is all like a map. You get to choose what you want to go. You get to choose the direction. If you want to follow the path, you can follow the path. You don't have to. But I encourage you to really spend some time today, now, there's no time like the present, to really think about how you're going to release this and start to move on. This is something that needs to happen. I want to pull 2 more cards for you. So first of all, I want to pull a card for the 2 of you together. I would like to get any information that we can get about the 2 of you together. Aha, and we're back in the 8s. So we have the 8 of Wands reversed. And this is a very fast-moving energy. And it's a wonderful card to pull in a love reading or a soulmate reading. And to me, this says, if this happens, we're getting back to the 8s. So we're here in the 8s. These 2 cards that are action cards for you of like blocks that need to happen in order to move you forward. If this happens, if you can move out of this space and move on, if that happens, this can move fast. And this will feel like you are falling into the flow of the universe, and all you have to do is show up as you are, and the universe will take over, and it will happen fast, and it will be good, and off you go. And we're back in the Wands, and this is our King of Wands. We've got the, you know, we've got this energy just all over the place. Yes, yes. But this is also telling me, if you choose not to do this, which feels like it's a very real possibility based on pulling this reverse, is that this can't move fast. This can't sweep you up. There won't be the feeling of leaning in. It will feel like you're just in stagnant water. It's so hard, or like even a current that's flowing against you. It will feel like you're swimming in place. It will be impossible. I don't like that word, impossible. We'll erase that word. Ugh. But it will feel impossible. It will feel so difficult. And that flow just won't be there. So open up the flow. Let yourself do this. Figure this out. Make this happen, this difficult transition, and let that flow happen, because whoosh, that is good. Okay, now I also wanted to pull one card for you. I wanted to pull one card for you to help you get started here. How can I help you get started here? What card will help us get started here? What will help us get started here? Hi, Page of Wands. Well, that makes sense. Our pages are these like youthful messengers. And you might have an inspiration right now, a good idea right now. You might have an inkling coming in, or there might be an actual message, an actual something that is coming in. It could be a real message like an email or a text message about something you need to do. And whatever is hitting you right now, whatever instinct and inspiration is hitting you right now, or that will hit you in the very near future, open your eyes and look out for this. You have help coming in. You have divine intervention. You have divine messages coming in to help guide you in this process. You are not alone here, and that is going to help you to move forward and move out of this space. Look for that. Look for that. Let's do something like a letter and a pen to just signify the divine message that's coming in, to claim this, to step into this, to say, I am looking for it, or I already know what it is. Leave me a message about this. I want to hear about this. And I want your star self to shine. I want you to shine just as you are, just as you are. My dear one, I'm sending you off with so much love and so much light. Mwah. Mia. Welcome in my card for Psychic Mia here, land and arrive. First of all, if you like readings like these, subscribe if you haven't already, because with each subscription, we take that to do more content just like this. So let's go ahead and begin. We are taking a look at your next relationship. Who are they? When are you going to meet them? Do they have potential to be a soulmate for you? We're going to be pulling from a separate deck, so we do have the potential of pulling a duplicate card here. So let's go ahead and start with this separate deck. Let's start here. I want to go ahead and pull a few cards for you, for this person, and I want to just see what comes up for us. So first of all, we have the World. We have the Knight of Wands, and we have the King of Swords. Okay, so right away, what is coming in is that you are going to be the centerpiece of this. This is going to be a show that is dedicated to you. This person's really going to make you the center of their world. They're really going to focus in on you. They're really going to pay attention. They're really going to want to listen, really want to understand. They're going to just be in awe of watching you, of hearing what you have to say, and just really have a reverential feeling like you are in a place of royalty. You are elevated. You are cherished and taken care of. And it's going to be a beautiful, wonderful feeling. And they're going to love putting you in that position as well. Now, we also have the Knight of Wands and we have the King of Swords. And this is telling me a lot about this person. This person is fierce. They're good in their work. Our wands get into career, passion, purpose, fire, drive. They're lit up. They're moving forward. They're on a fast, swift trajectory in their career and in their life. They're really making headway and they're moving quickly towards it, and they are just going without obstacles. I mean, the obstacles are there, but they're just plowing right through them. There's nothing they can't figure out. There's nothing they can't move past. They're a very passionate, driven person, and their career is important to them, but they also are just really in a flow. They've got momentum. They are moving forward. There is nothing holding them back in that area. And one of their strongest traits is their thoughts, their clear thinking, their ability to think through things, to see the truth of things. You're going to love their brain and their intelligence. And it's really a centerpiece of who they are and how they operate in this world and in their identity of themselves. They think that that's the type of person they are. So they really focus on being rational and having clarity and maybe, just really thinking through things, making deliberate and calculated decisions, but really moving from a place of intelligence and that thought process, that mental space. It's that air quality. Okay, now we're continuing on. So let's pull some more cards. I want to pull a few more cards here. So we have the Three of Wands. I like this. We have the Lovers. Hi. and we have the Three of Pentacles. So we've just pulled 2 threes. Just want to point that out really fast. So they're taking a moment to really look at what they've accomplished, to look out at the world, at what has transpired in their life, And especially in their career, that passion, purpose, drive, that Wands territory, they're really, all the growth that's happened, they're really taking a look at like their accomplishments. They've accomplished a lot. And they're taking a moment to really just like, wow, I've really come so far. I've landed in this place where look at the things that I've done. Things have really accumulated. This is pretty remarkable. And this is telling me a lot about the future of you. And this is telling me two things. First of all, that they're getting to a space where they're really ready for you. They are really ready for you to come in. They're longing for you. They're longing for this relationship. They're longing for this type of relationship. They want commitment. They want a relationship. They want something real. They want something true. They want something seen and vulnerable. They want soulmateship. And this also very much has the potential for soulmateship. This very much is a person who is ready for it, open to it, and they are a wonderful candidate for it. And this could be something real for both of you. This can be a big, real. big, real, you know. And we have the Three of Pentacles here as well. So I feel like they're also sort of figuring out their financial life. They're getting their finances in order. I think their work has really been driving them forward and a super motivating force for their life. And they've accumulated some wealth, and now they're just sort of figuring out, what do I need to have financially in place? Because this is where they want to move. They want to move into a new space. They want to make sure they can provide and protect. They want to make sure that they're in a place where they have the finances to have a comfortable life with a partner, where there's no arguments about money, where things are okay, they're taken care of, it's structured. And they're in a place where they're figuring that out right now. So things are on the move. This is a good space for them to be in and for you to meet in. And it's really on the move. It's really setting up for you. Now, as our main anchor card that we pulled, we have the Eight of Wands reversed. So this is telling me, and you know what's so funny is we pulled the Eight of Wands reversed from a separate deck in the last reading. So synchronicities. What are the chances of that? That's incredibly synchronistic. So this is telling me that things are, for you, they are going to feel like, for both of you probably, like, why am I not making movement on this? Why am I not moving forward here? Why is this hard? Why is this not flowing? Why isn't it just happening? But it is on the cusp of just moving. It is on the cusp of flowing. It is on the cusp of, hey, all you have to do is lean in. The universe take care of the rest. This is all just going to happen for you. This is all coming together for you. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is let the flow take you down the river. All you have to do is let yourself just lean in. That's it. That's it. And that is so close to happening, and it's going to be fast and moving and powerful. But right now, it probably feels like nothing is happening. It's going to feel like you both have gone from like a stagnant place of no movement, no leaning in, no flow, to just all at once, the dam breaks and boom, whoosh, all the water goes. Off it goes, and it is hurtling forward. Okay, let's find out some more. This is juicy. This is good. Okay, so let's find out some more information. Okay, so we have the King of Cups. I love pulling this because, you know, this person, they have love on the mind. They definitely want this connection. They're very work-oriented and driven in their work. They have this incredible intelligence, but it's not talking about their emotions. And they have got some real emotions. This is going to be good. I love pulling the King of Cups in a love reading because our King of Cups has that emotional depth. I mean, they're still in that divine masculine energy, but boy, do they have like the full package. They are really like able to love, to feel, to emote, to talk in a love language, to empathize, to have intuition, to understand. Oh, yes, yes, yes. So you're really, this is a good partner. This is a good partner. They're going to treat you like the world. They want, I mean, I'm loving this. I am going to ask a question, and I'm sure that the cards would just provide this for us, but I want to know about any blocks here, and specifically any blocks for you here, because it feels like this could be coming very fast. This is all sort of happening right now, where things are turning around, things are coming together in their life, and that's really getting that like motion of like the water and the pressure is building up behind the dam before it releases and all the water gushes out. So let's find out what we need to know about any blocks for you. Yeah. Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords, and our Nine of Swords is that anxious, and this is reversed, is that like anxious, I can't fall asleep, all these thoughts are keeping me awake. There's something going on in your world. And the fact that this is reversed and feeling like this is a subconscious something, this is something you probably don't even think is a problem for you anymore. And maybe it's something that you really just keep ignoring and pushing under the rug and keep trying not to think about. But this is important. This is a block. This is really popping up here. I want to keep on pulling though. I want to pull something else as well. So that is something that we need to deal with. And then we also have the Temperance card. And the Temperance card tells me that there's something out of balance for you as well. So an even give and take is beautiful. Being in balance is beautiful. And of course, there's not always balance in your life. Sometimes one thing gets more attention. Sometimes something else gets attention. But there is something deeply unbalanced here. And this can go to, drinking too much, having an addiction, having a, habit that you don't really want, something that you're really struggling with, something that is like a really strong pathway. This is something that needs attention, and this is something that deserves attention, and something that is probably affected by something subconscious that's going on that you haven't let go of. And that this is a distraction method away from these feelings and emotions and anxieties that are being repressed and that you're not releasing and letting go of. So that needs to be handled. And boy, do you want to handle it, because wow, is this looking really amazing and good. I would like to know about your next step. What do you do to help unblock this? Because that feels extremely important right now. There's something you have to make a choice about. So our Two of Pentacles get into worldly things. This can get into body, health. This can get into your possessions. This can get into money. But there's been a juggling act going on, and you haven't been giving the focus that you need to give to one thing in particular. And it's been back and forth, topsy-turvy, up and down. It's time to shine your focus. Let yourself decide on the priority. And if it's fixing this or getting into this, handling the outcome of whatever that is, the distracting thing, the habit, the thing that is off balance, that might resolve itself if you handle these subconscious things that are underneath of it, the real agitation that's underneath of it and under there. But it's time to really just focus on one thing. Let yourself really, like it's your job, clear your plate and focus. Get yourself prioritized. Let yourself just spend the time, spend the energy, spend the effort on getting yourself to that next level, getting yourself to the space where you're clearing out the old subconscious negative things that have been just, taking up space, inhabiting you. And then also the outcomes of that, the habits, but those might just, again, resolve themselves. Not necessarily easily, but they might take care of themselves if you don't need the distraction and the numbing away from the things that are underneath there. Okay, now I would like to return to you as a couple, and I would like to return to this person and anything else that we need to know about what's going on here. because you have homework, and this is a big piece of homework. You've got something to do, and it's big and it's important. But let's see what else we have going on here. All right, we have the 7 of Cups. Honestly, this feels like it's coming right back to you and the subconscious things. This feels like this gets into what's underneath of here. And we see good things, we see bad things in this card. The cups get into our feelings and emotions. And this person's looking up into the clouds. They're seeing things that are good and bad and scary. And you know, all of it's sort of detached and far away. And it's important for you to... actually, I'm seeing this another way too. So it's important for you to notice the ways in which you're distracting yourself away from whatever it is you really need to focus on. But also, I am seeing this as an opportunity to do 2 things: to imagine the outcome, the positive outcome that you want. Imagine it fully in all of its beautiful glory and joy. And then I also want you to imagine the negative outcome. I want you to imagine if you don't handle this stuff, if you don't take care of this, if you don't get that focus and do this work that's going to be hard and difficult, but that you're absolutely capable of doing, if you don't do this thing and this doesn't transpire, and I want you to imagine that. I want you to imagine the negative outcome. And I'm not having you imagine it for a manifestation purpose, because I don't want you to manifest it not coming together. I do want you to imagine the positive to get those emotions and feelings to manifest that positive outcome. But I want you to imagine the negative, because the negative can be an extremely motivating force for moving forward through things you don't want to do. It can be an extremely motivating force to get you to take those first steps into doing something that's, we got a lot of trepidation around it. It's really something you don't want to do. You're dragging your feet for it. It's something that's going to be difficult and hard. But knowing what lies on the other side and why you have to move forward is a good step in moving you there. And that's, you know, from science, from studies. So let's go ahead and pick another card as well. I want to pick another card as well. I'm just going to let myself be guided here by the universe, higher powers. Okay. Hi. We have the Ace of Cups. And the aces bring new opportunities, and the cups bring all of that heart space, that love space, that emotional space. It's bringing all the good stuff in, the juicy stuff in. There's an opportunity for you to fill your heart up until it is overflowing, and you didn't even know that you could have so much in your cup. You had no idea you could feel so much, you could love so much, you could contain so much. I encourage you, just like this card, to open up your hands now to receiving that, to receiving all that is coming your way. There are so many beautiful things coming towards you. And no matter how uncomfortable this is, no matter how difficult these couple of steps are going to be to moving you into this space, this is excellent. This is wonderful. This is yummy. This is downright delicious. King of Cups, King of Swords, Knight of Wands. This is a real powerhouse coupledom, a real powerhouse person. This is a beautiful energy to be in. This is going to feel so good, and you deserve it. You are completely deserving and worthy. Open your hands to that, because it is on its way in for you. And it's on the move. It's on the move. Here it goes. It feels like it's backed up. It feels like it hasn't been moving. But when you remove these blocks, whew, in it comes. Open hands. My dear one, I'm sending you so much love, so much support for this journey. You can do hard things. You are so capable. You have got this. I love you. I love these cards. I love what this looks like. I am so excited for this for you. Leave me a comment, please. let's pop a hand below to signify that open hand of receiving and accepting everything that is coming in for you. And to accept and claim that you want to be here and you want to be doing this and you are willing to do hard things. And if you feel comfortable and vulnerable, leave me a message, but also you can say, I can do hard things. I can do hard things. And you can. I love you. Oh, yum. Downright delicious. Until I see your precious self again, I'm sending you so much love. Mwah. Mia.